guys, Sara here for our first day of 30 Inks, 30 days. April feels like it just happened, but somehow we are in June. I am trying something different. I'm really challenging myself this month. Okay, I'll tell you all the gear, no idea. So what I'm using this month: ink holder, fine liner just for heading, blunt needle tip syringe, a Pilot Iro Utsushi fine nib dip pen, and this is a glass dip pen that I got off AliExpress, which just got like a nib holder, a pen holder. Separate to that, I'm going to be swatching across two books, but in this book I'm not actually going to be swatching. I went onto Canva and I spent some time in Canva finding different types of images, and then I kind of edited some and manipulated them, and I've got kind of all different types, 30 some may even say, and I'm going to try and use the two different pens just to see what ink's like in that sense. I always trying to challenge myself creatively. I can't draw or paint or anything, so I'm going to do that. And then I thought I'll probably end up doing this off camera and then just show you is I'm going to swatch here the ink and then try and find some comparisons, like one or two, and then maybe what I do is, I don't know, just add the video in or show it. I just don't want the videos to be super long, so leave this bit with me, and I'm just going to this is the main bit of what I really wanted to try and do this month. What I've done in terms of inks that I'm going to swatch, I took out I'm just doing samples. I took out any sample that I used in the last 30 inks, 30 days, not using it. And I got, for example, I got like 9 samples for Mother's Day, and I've just kept them. And what I've done is I've put samples in here. There's 15 in here, which kind of works because that's what fits in there. So I'll do the first 15, and then halfway through I will stock it up with another 15 samples that I either didn't do in 30 inks, 30 days in April, or haven't done in a long time. And I have 2 new pen friends sending me some ink as well from overseas. So the way I'm planning it is that gets here later on in the month. And if not, we'll make it work. Okay, I'm nervous. I hope that this works. I hope that it doesn't look awful. I'm just trying to, as I said, challenge myself creatively. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to write in my little heading up here. Sorry, this is a Traveler's standard size, and I'm putting my handles all over it. Standard size notebook, so it's the lightweight, the Tomoe River paper. I love that I put the blotting paper down and then I still just put my finger there. This is never going to be perfect, but it is what it is. I've also made myself a little template for when I do new pen days, so it kind of all looks the same. And part of me wants to redo all the pens that I have, but that's a job for another time. And I don't regret this little swirl. Yeah. So let's jump into the actual ink, shall we? And depending on the picture and what I'm thinking, sometimes I might draw first, sometimes I might write it first. We are discovering this together, ladies and gentlemen. Just thinking that that's going to get in the way. All right, let's choose an ink. So taking the lead from Amanda and Maria. Does Maria close? Oh no, she flips it from Amanda. I'm closing my eyes so I can't see the labels. And she's very good. So like that's the label there. And she was quite good at being able to be like, can you guys see it? But I'm just going to look. Kuretake Shikon. Or Shikon? I don't know. That's going to be our first ink, kicking us off. So you can't really see much in the vial. It looks like a really, really, I know it's a purple because I did order it, really deep. It almost actually looks almost like ultraviolet, that really deep bluey purple in there. So without further ado, oh wow, can you see that bubble? Beautiful. So I'm also just thinking about, you know what? So what about for this one? I'm going to go with the fine nib. And let's see how this writes, how it looks. Maybe I can do like thick in the middle or something. So I don't know about you guys, but I think I said right at the beginning, I feel like we were just in April. April, 30 inks, 30 days. Oh, I see. This is where I'm not going to feel like it's perfect, but this is the challenge. April to June, 30 inks, 30 days just feels like really fast. Like I loved doing it in April, but it also gets to a point where like it feels like a lot. So I don't know, like I wonder next year if I kind of commit to doing April, September maybe? 30 days has September, April, June, and November. Because then like September to November is the same as April to June. Like it's quite close. But maybe April and September are like what I try and commit to do. And then if I get a June or a November in there, it's like a bonus. All right, I'm going to just I'm trying to be creative here and go with, I started off with this sheet on purpose. I wanted to try and do something that was quote unquote easier because I've got some that are really beautiful. And I honestly don't know why I thought I would be able to do this. I cannot draw to save my life, but I just wanted to challenge myself. I also really love ink swatching, but I am always interested in, there's not enough ink there, in seeing what ink does in other mediums as well. Now, I can't paint or anything like that, so I'm not ever going to be able to do anything like freehand, but this to me was like maybe a way to explore it. So I'm just thinking now of how I want to write the word. This is the first time I've ever used a Kuretake ink as well. I know absolutely nothing about it. What am I going to go like this? Do Kuretake there. Shikon there. Oh, my little one's just started crying. So what jumps out at me straight away is I thought you were going to see a much bigger difference between the fine nib and then that glass nib. But on the page, it actually doesn't look super different, even in the writing sample, which is a bit bizarre because in other inks I've really seen a difference. I also know that this ink has a sheen to it, and I'll bring it up a bit closer, but I'm not seeing, do you know where you're seeing it a little bit in the writing sample, but in that first line there, no, you actually are seeing bits of it. I think it's more obvious actually seeing the lighter bits of purple. You know, maybe because this is the first, I don't know, because I was going to say, do I swatch it? I have no idea. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the swatch of it here and then do comparisons. Maybe I'll do like at the end of a week or something, I'll go back and find comparisons. So we'll do the swatch together. So this is a Stalogy. This is my ink, old ink journal. I have exactly enough pieces of paper sheets left. So, all right, I got there in the end. Let's have a go. I don't know if that's going to be enough ink. That definitely will. Still sticking with my smaller size. Oh, That's annoying, first one, and it didn't lift up nicely. Oh well. All right. I'll just clean up quickly, and then what I'll do is I'll edit this so you come back when it's dry, and that'll be the end of our first cab off the rank, first 30 inks, 30 days. But before I do that, you know what I should have done? Oh, it's not Colorverse. As always, guys, it's a really like smooth, streamline, you know, really schmick production. But I feel like if that's what you wanted, you would have left this channel long ago. All right, BRB. So this is dry here. I'm not sure what's coming through in the camera. It's a really, really dark purple. It almost looks black. It's got a dark blacky green sheen on top there. But I think it's really beautiful. The sheen is so much in some of it actually that you can't see the purple underneath. You can see more of that purple coming through here, and you're starting to see that sheen dry and take hold. Take hold of really bizarre description. I'll show you it here. These are these little swatch cards I've been making. I just got some cardstock from Lincrafts and a corner cutter. You can see there on this paper it sheens like amazingly, and that's the green there. But and the reason I was saying like a blacky green before, to me it's almost like a green sheen, and then it almost has like a halo of black around it. But it's always, to me, interesting to see what it looks like on 3 different medias. I know I said I got these from the other day and I haven't used them. Literally all I did was this for this exercise, and this is going to sound so silly, but I like swatched them really fast. I was like, I'm not looking, but I just wanted to have this available. So I think this video has absolutely been long enough. Hope you stick with me on this journey as we do my second ever 30 inks 30 days, but this is day 1, which was Kuretake Shikon. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.